Welcome to She's Graced Authentic. Welcome or welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am so grateful, so ecstatic to have you here with me. I not only thank you for coming to spend the time with me and supporting me, but I thank you for believing in yourself. Because on this channel, that is what we do. We believe in ourselves, we grow, we thrive, right? We evolve and we become our highest version of ourselves. And I know by you clicking on this video, that is the place that you are in. And I just want to let you know you're exactly where you are supposed to be at the exact time that you were supposed to be here, whenever the time it is that you see this video. Now, if you are coming back, you know it's the same thing for you. And I'm so appreciative for your continuous support. I love you so much. Thank you so much. I post videos every Monday and Thursday at 8:08 p.m. Central Standard Time. So click that notification bell, subscribe if you have not already done so. Like this video, and yes, come get some knowledge twice a week. Clock it. And I actually have something new coming to y'all too, real soon. But anywho, please go follow me on all social media platforms. So Instagram and TikTok, I am She's Grace Authentic on there. Everything is in the description box. And on Facebook, I'm Caitlin Marie, Grace Authentic in parentheses. Okay. If you have never been here before, then I'm going to enlighten you. If you have been in here before, then you already know what it is. I welcome in God. I welcome in spirit in every session that we have here on this channel. And so I'm going to start off with bringing in the vibes, bringing in the energy, bringing in the love, the divine, okay? God, I bring you into this place. Spirit, I bring you into this place. The divine, I bring you into this place. Mother Earth, I bring you into this place. The universe, I bring you into this place. I am one with all entities. I call my ancestors into this place. Spirit, I ask that you put me aside. Allow you to speak to the viewers. Allow them to hear your words, your guidance, your thoughts through the sound of my voice. Spirit, I thank you. I love you. All negative energy be returned back to sender. And not only will that negative energy be returned back to sender, but I will alchemize that energy in this space, in this place, and turn it into a magnetic high vibration frequency. Thank you, Spirit. Now, if you have never been here with me before, then I will let you know that I start off each session with either a tarot deck or an oracle deck or a tarot card or an oracle card to give you a loving message, right? And to enlighten you, give you something a little different if you're not into that. Or if you're not, aware of that, right? Or if you've been told that it's something bad. I'm here to let you know it's just loving messages. And so if you have been here with me before, then you're used to this. So today I am starting off with the Love Oracle deck. Okay. The Love Oracle deck. Yes. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shuffle this deck and I'm going to ask Spirit to give us a card. And us meaning me as the reader and you as the viewer. You will resonate with it as well as I will. So let's go ahead and shuffle the cards and see what message Spirit has for us. Spirit, give me a message for the viewers. See, that one wanted to pop out. And listen, let me tell y'all something. What's so interesting is this was the same card that was at the bottom of the deck when I first opened it. That's so interesting. And the card is trust. Trust. At the bottom of the deck, we have chaos. I'll show you that one too. Chaos. So let's go and find trust. Let's see what we got going on for y'all. And I went right to it. That's crazy. They want you to have this message. Somebody. This message for somebody, baby. Trust. Key themes. Have confidence, trusting yourself and your gut feeling. Ask when you can/should trust others. Overcoming trust issues, finding the cause. Work on trusting each other, trusting each other. Now, listen, I want to tell you something before I go into this, because these are multifaceted messages. So it's giving you different aspects of what this card could mean for you, okay? In a reading, a particular card, like, it just depends on what type of card it is. But in a reading, these cards can have multiple meanings. So you just pick up on whatever resonates with your soul, your spirit, your intuition, okay? The relationship potential is shown in trusting each other as well as trusting oneself in higher principles. The adventure. Trust in other people is something we do not have at the beginning when we meet a person. Trust has to be built up. It is based, among other things, on whether words and deeds correspond. However, if we have already had the experience that our trust has been abused, building trust is very difficult. Maybe we are just at the beginning of a relationship or long for one, and we find it difficult to trust. Or maybe we are just too trusting. Or maybe we have been in a relationship for a long time, which is now raising a question of trust in us. If this card is placed in a position where future predictions are concerned, it suggests you can have confidence. Behind the scenes. Trust is something that cannot be generalized because every person is different. What prevents us from entering into a relationship or continuing to engage with our partner is a lack of trust due to a breach that we experienced or learned knowledge that we acquired from other people's experiences. Whether lack of trust is only a protective mechanism created by our inner self, or whether we are confronted with the question of trust for the first time and do not know who we can still trust and to what extent, and who we trust too much or too little, is something that needs to be questioned. It is essential to build or deepen trust in ourselves by learning to distinguish between fear, reason, and gut feeling. When deciding whether we can trust someone or not, we can look at the character traits and the values of the other person. However, we should not underestimate the fact that in the formation of trust, our acquired knowledge, which we have internalized through observation, also has an unconscious effect on our decision. For example, if a person has committed an abuse of trust towards people close to us in the past, we have memorized the characteristics, appearance, voice, the way they talk and move, etc., and still unconsciously associate them with dishonest people. The brain is designed to learn by storing knowledge in drawers and going back to it when needed. Generally, we are not aware of this process. We know the effect in relation to the assessment of characters under the term knowledge of human nature. So if we have a trust issue with someone, we may unconsciously make a conclusion based on this old stored information. Knowing people can be a supportive point in finding trust if we can rely on our intuition. It can be a hindrance if it is based on pigeonholing and generalizing. Your memory. If you are currently unsure about trusting someone, it can help to write down exactly what you think you should not do so. Wait, hold on. No. Your memory. If you are currently unsure about trusting someone, it can help to write down exactly why you think you should not do so. By writing everything down, the reasons can become clearer to us. When you have written everything down, then write down the reasons why you can trust the person. Let everything rest for a day and read through your reasons again the next day. Do not rush, but take the time you need to hear your inner voice clearly. If you get stuck at this point, write down where your doubts come from. Think back to your past. Where were there similar situations in which you trusted someone even though they did not deserve to be trusted, or vice versa? Maybe there is something that has not been resolved for you at this point that is now flowing into your decision making. I like that one. Now, today we are talking about the art of detachment. And it's funny that we're talking about trust because, baby, yeah, trust is huge. Trust is in everything. Trusting in yourself, trusting in your own intuition, trust in other people, trusting in divine timing, trusting in God, and honestly, I equate trust to faith on a certain level. Because in order to have faith, you have to trust, right? You have to trust that what is for you will come to you in having that faith, right? And so today we're talking about the art of detachment and, really relating to, I really want to talk about abandonment issues with detachment. But even past that, we're also going to touch on detaching from what it is that you desire so that you really can call it in. But I first want to touch on abandonment issues and attachment issues and being attached to things because you feel like you need it, or, you feel like you can't live without it, right? And I can think about a particular situation with a family member. Attachment can be extremely toxic and unhealthy. Attachment comes from feeling like you need somebody, or you need their love, or you need their validation, or you need their acceptance, or you need their emotional investment, or you need, because of, let's just say, if there's a certain title, that this person has, whether meaning, let me give an example, whether it be a father, a brother, a mother, a sister, right? Whatever, right? They have this title. And so your programmed, attached, right, mindset that hasn't been healed, believes that you need these individuals and you need their acceptance and you need their love. You need them. You need stability from them. You need whatever they give you, right? Communication, whatever it is that they give you. You need their guidance, even if it's the wrong fucking guidance. You know what I'm saying? Or you need, now in certain situations, maybe you feel like you need to guide them. You need to help them. You need to stay connected to them. Right? Attachment. Right? A lot of times we remain attached to people, places, things because we're afraid or we haven't done the inner healing and the work to understand that we don't need anybody. We don't need anything. What we need is to understand the power within. What we need is to understand that we are already whole, we are already rich, we are already loved, right? We are love. We are already abundance, right? You are abundance. You are abundant. It is your natural birthright. As soon as you are born, you have now become rich. You have now become abundant. And so what happens is over the course of time, we are taught to be attached to things, and we're scared to leave it, or we're scared to remove it, even if it costs us ourselves. We feel that we need to take on other things, and we need this love. You know, a lot of times we get into relationships and we feel like we need their love in order to feel loved, or to feel whole, or to feel complete, or to feel confident, or to feel secure, right? When ultimately the confidence, the security, the love, all the things are already deep embedded in who we are at the core of our essence, of our soul, of our very being, right? The last time, my last video, I talked about dismantling the ego and the false masculine self, right? And so we put on this mask, we put on this facade, and we're living in fear, we're living in attachment issues, we're living in abandonment issues, because we really don't want to feel alone. We don't want to feel left behind. You know, we don't want to feel like we're not accepted. And this world portrays certain images, false images, lies that tell us that we need to have something or someone. It's fucking insane. In order to feel alive. When the last time I checked, when I opened my eyes and breathe, baby, I am up. I am alive. I got breath in my body. Right? And so, but not only to feel alive, to feel whole, to feel embraced, to feel the feels, to feel something. We need a car. We need a house. We need millions of dollars. We need a friend. We need, I can go on and on. We need the marriage. We need the love. We need, right? And ultimately, do I desire these things? Do we desire? Yes. And is it okay to desire these things? Absolutely. Is it okay to be attached to them? No, it's not. We have to learn that in different scenarios, it's going to be different. And I'm going to take you down a few different scenarios, okay? The first scenario is detaching from things that don't serve you. If something is not making you a better person, and I don't really want to say the word making, I want to say contributing, right? To you becoming, your highest version of yourself, to you evolving, right? If a person is in your life and I don't care what the fuck their title is, get the fucking titles out of your mind, okay? If a person is not contributing to your evolution in life, and you don't feel that you can be the highest version of yourself with this individual, and you have to put on the mask and you have to perform, or you feel that you have to overcompensate with them because they're not doing the internal work, right? You need to detach because it's taking away from who you are. You're putting on burdens that aren't yours. And I'm speaking from experience. The weight is heavy. And when I tell you that when you make the decision to detach from those emotionally, right? Maybe you don't completely detach physically. I don't know what it looks like for you, right? Maybe eventually you detach physically or you put some distance, however that looks for you. But to detach yourself from the emotional investment in those who, quite frankly, are deteriorating inside. The weight that is lifted from that is tremendous, but it will hurt. It will hurt. I almost could cry, but maybe I've healed so much that I just kind of feel it coming and it's not coming out, which is a good thing. I can breathe on that. I can take a deep breath, I guess. A few weeks back, there was an incident that happened, and, I was attached to some people that had a title in my life. All right. And we had a disagreement. And in this disagreement, I was triggered. All right. And I went left. It got chaotic. I almost feel as though I was like attacked. Right. And so I got on a level that I hadn't been in a very, very long time. And it was a huge wake-up call to me that it doesn't matter how much I love people and I want their love, or I felt that they should love me. They don't even love themselves. So I can't destroy myself and continuously invest emotionally in people that before they are against me, they're against themselves. You have to understand that people are ultimately fighting themselves. And so if they are internally battling within themselves, they ain't got no love to give you, baby. Not that genuine, deep soul love. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be in and out. It's going to be a push and pull. And so in that moment, I had a huge wake-up call, a huge awakening. And when I tell you, I cried, I screamed at the top of my lungs. Obviously, to the point that I can't even cry right now. I feel the tears coming and they just won't come out. So I definitely have healed a lot from this. I felt like my heart was cracked open. Like if you could take a hammer, because I was already going through some things, as you get on your healing journey, you become more sensitive in the aspect of feeling. And really healing requires you to feel and not run away from it, right? And so I was already dealing with something and things within inside myself and from my childhood and all of these different things. And so when this happened, it was like I just couldn't take anymore. If I didn't have the God that I serve, if I didn't have my tools, if I didn't have, my tarot cards, my tarot deck, if I didn't have my candles, if I didn't have not just those things, but if I didn't have my deeper intuition, my deeper connection. And honestly, even my son poured back into me that night from how much I had poured into him. If I didn't have that connection, what I felt that night could have really broken somebody down to, maybe not want to exist. Now that thought didn't come to my mind at all. I promise you. It did not. But I know how hard it was for me to experience that. I know how much strength it takes, right? To truly walk away and feel it and heal that emotional attachment. How it really feels to detach, right? But what I can say is that once I got through that, it is now so much easier to detach from damn near anything, right? You have to remove those that aren't lighting you up inside. You have to detach. It's a process, and when you have that wake-up call, eventually, Spirit, God, the universe, the divine, Jehovah, whatever you believe in, will show you. A tower will come. A tower moment is a shakeup in the foundation in the tarot deck. A tower card. A tower moment will come. And you will have to face it. And honestly, I've had many tower moments with these same individuals. And that can happen. And they will keep happening until you learn your lesson. Right? And this time, it just hit different. I'm at a different level, a different frequency, and I'm just not fucking around with my life and who I am and where I'm going and the souls I have on my hands and what God has called me to do. I'm just not playing no more. And I'm just not playing with me anymore. My heart, my love is too good. Too good. Too valuable. Too much sauce. Okay? Now, when it comes down to relationships, people, physical things, whatever you want, right? We're too attached to the outcome. We're too attached to what we want. You can't call in what you want if you're needing it. If you're like, oh my God, I gotta have it. I'm checking on it. I gave this example in one of my other videos. A friend of mine, my brother, I don't remember what the fuck we was talking about. But what I do remember is what I told him, right? If you know you got a car and that car is outside, right? You're not worried about having a car because you know the car is yours, right? You know when you walk outside, your car gonna be there. I mean, unless somebody steal it or something, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you know your car is gonna be there. If you have the car in the garage, you know nobody can't steal it. So let's use that, okay? You're not worried about the car. The car's in the garage. It's safe. You ain't worried about it. It's yours. You're not worried about how you're going to get to work. You're not worried about how you're going to get the kids, or you're not worried about whatever it is you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Go get your facial, go get your hair cut, whatever it is, okay, that you need to do. You're not going to worry about it. You're not attached to the outcome because you know you can get there. You already know the car is yours, right? So you good. It's not on your mind. You're not constantly thinking about my car. No, because you know it's yours, right? Okay. Now, when it comes to something that you want, tangible, physical, right? In the physical realm, am I saying that you don't envision what you want? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. No, you absolutely call in what you want. You absolutely envision what you want. Yes, that is how you manifest. But what I'm saying is you have to detach from the outcome of it in order to call it in. You cannot feel that you need this, right? You don't need the money. You don't need the love. You don't need in order to feel whole. Understand what I'm saying? That is an attachment issue, right? You're attached to this, whatever it is, right? If you need a car, like you literally live as though you already have it. You detach from the need in knowing it's already yours. If something is already yours, right, then you go walk, talk, and act like it's already yours, right? You're going to know, that it's already yours. So you're not going to constantly sit there and replay, oh, I need a car. I need a car. I need this bill money. I need this. I need that. No, that's a scarcity mindset. That's a lack mindset, right? That's a poverty mindset. That's a, I don't like this word, but broke mindset, right? No. You don't need anything because it's already yours. Being too attached to anything pushes it away. There's different levels of detachment, right? And so first I talked about the deeper level of the toxic attachments. And they're all toxic, honestly. But when calling in the life that you want, all right? Calling in the people that you want, calling in the love that you want, you need to walk, talk, breathe, act like what you want. Knowing that, let's see, the if you want to be a content creator, okay, then be a content creator. Don't constantly look to see it, being attached to the outcome of having all these followers or all these views. Now, do I look at my views? Yes. Do I post it and am I like constantly going back and seeing and oh my God, do I? No. I post a video. I stay consistent. I know that it takes time. I have the patience, but I ultimately know that it's already mine, right? I'm already a successful content creator. I live, eat, and breathe that. Did I start off this way? No. Did I always feel this way? No. Do I still work on myself with attachment? Yes. Right? But it's embodying, right, detachment. That was good. The embodiment of detachment, right? I was listening to somebody and he was talking about how he was like a millionaire, right? And he was talking about how in 1 month he went to Miami, he flew to Miami, he flew to LA, he flew back to Miami, he was spending all this money, you know, having a good ass time, partying, living it up. And that was the most money he had ever made in his life. He said that was the most money I ever made in a month. Why? Why is that? Why is it that when he was living his life freely, spending freely, I mean, obviously he was able to do so, but still, he was living as though he already knew who he was, what was his, right? He's living in the highest version of himself, living his life because it is your natural birthright to have all of the things that you desire. It was put inside of you for a reason. If God put it inside you, if you feel it, if you see it, it's yours, right? If your heart desires it, it's yours. In alignment, let's be mindful. If it's for your greater good, it's yours, okay? Because he was detached from the outcome. He was living in his truth. He was living in fun, in love, in not constantly thinking, am I going to make a next sale? Right? How am I going to get this done? How is this going to happen? The how. He was just free with faith and trust. Detachment. Detachment, faith, trust, they all go hand in hand. Right? As we embody more of who we are and detach from people, places, and things, because whatever we want is already ours, it's mine. Everything I want is mine. As we live freely, love freely, right? Feel freely, and love the fuck out of ourselves, and understand that this right here is enough, like more than enough, like extraordinary, like, you know, your very own existence. It's all you need is to have a good time in life, right? Be detached from the things, do everything that you love to do. Tap into your creative skills and just be. Because it's already yours. As if everything you wanted was sitting in that garage. That car that's in that garage is already yours. What if you knew you had $1 billion in the bank? You wouldn't be worried about money, would you? What if you knew you were getting married next month? You wouldn't be worried about somebody coming in to love you. Even though you first need to love yourself. But you get what I'm saying. If you knew that you had all the friends and all the love, and you knew, right, that everything you wanted, everything that you desire was yours, how would you feel? How would you act? How would you talk? How would you walk? How would you think? How would you move? How would you love? Right? What would that version of yourself be like? What if you knew that's who you were? That's what you have. That's what you are. That's what is already yours. What if you knew that? And when you put yourself there, right? You detach from the outcome because it would already be everything for you. You wouldn't be so focused on trying to chase it. And so I am here to tell you that you already are that, and you already have everything that you want. You just have to detach from it to really call it in, right? And you have to remove, the anxiety around the mental trap. I get the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card in the tarot deck, and it's where you mentally play things in your head over and over and over and over again. And really what it is it's a shadow mindset. It's something that, we have to heal from. It's the mindset that we have been taught, that we have to work hard to get what we want, that we have to force shit to happen to get what we want, that we have to, attach ourselves to it to get what we want, when ultimately, yeah, that was a lie. If you just believe it, you detach from it, you do the healing work around it, right? You balance your nervous system and you keep living it. When I say balancing your nervous system, it's just pushing past, that feeling of uncertainty, pushing past the feeling of the fears, pushing past the feeling of you need, and detaching, and just really truly embodying detachment, embodying that the life that you want is already in your hands. The life that you desire is already out there for you. If you desire it, it's because that is what you're supposed to already have. Like it's already there. It already exists. You just have to get into alignment and detach from it in order to call it in order to connect with it. But first, you got to detach from the people, the places, the things. If your environment, is a mess, you got to detach. You need to detach really from everything, but initially, yeah, if you're in your beginning stages, you need to detach from what no longer serves you. Right? Doesn't mean you can't dibble and dabble sometimes. I don't know. It just depends. It really just depends on the situation. Because some things you can have in moderation. I'm not, saying you just got to cut people off completely. It just depends. Okay? But I will tell you this. I went internal for months. I didn't go nowhere for months. I detached from everybody for months. Okay? Worked on myself, and I'm still detached completely from some people. And will never be reattached. In any way. All right? Be very mindful with who you invested emotionally, that's the next video, okay? Um, but yeah, detachment. Release yourself from burdens, release yourself from outcomes, release yourself from need. You want, say I want. That's cool. I want. I want. But ultimately, wanting is meaning you don't already have it. But it's better than I need, right? I want to call this in because it's already mine. I like that. That's cool. Love that. I want this because it's already mine. Where is it at? When's it coming? It's coming tomorrow, right? Don't focus so much on feeling like you need things to be whole. That's really what it's about. The attachment to something or someone that makes you feel like you're whole and you're not whole without it or them. Because you already are. Okay? You are amazing. You are incredible. Detach from what's already yours. All right? I love you. Thank you so much. Ooh, I keep hitting listen, y'all. I didn't hit my chin on this microphone about 20 times in this video, baby. Y'all gonna be all right. Just don't talk about me. I mean, if you talk about me, it's okay. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. Please, please leave me a comment. If you need help with alignment, if you need help with detachment, if you need help with your faith, if you need help, baby, go to www.sacredalignment.life and book a session with your girl, okay? Or book a reading. Let me help you. Let me help you get in alignment. Let me help love on you. Let me love on you and help you love on you, okay? Please go follow me on all social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Everything is in the description box below, along with my sacred alignment sessions and readings is in the description box below. Please, as I said, leave me a comment. I appreciate your comments. I love your comments. It means so much to me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share. If you are going through anything and you want me to do a video on it or you want some guidance on it, then please put it in the description box. I'm saying the description box. I'm tired, y'all. Put it in the comments or send me a DM and I will do a video on it. I love you. I embrace you. I believe in you. God bless you. Mwah.